friends. How you doing? It is season 2 day.
Season 2.
I am Carson alongside Ashley, and we are here from San Diego studio. We are live, and it is a push the button stream, Ashley.
Push the button stream. It's right here.
I'd be remiss to not tell you guys that drops is enabled for this stream, so go ahead, collect those drops.
Exclamation point drops in chat.
And I think to start the stream off, I know everyone's excited for season 2.
Absolutely.
And we're going to get into that content. But first, there's a couple things that, have been dropping throughout the weeks. So to kick it off, we're going to throw it to an old friend. Colin, let's play the video with Ramon.
Thanks, Carson and Ashley. It has been an amazing year, and we have 3 new Negro League legends dropping, rounding out our complete list of regular Negro League legends for Storyline Season 2, and they are Andy Lefty Cooper, Bill Foster, and Herbert Rap Dixon. You can learn about them and so many more players in this season of MLB The Show 24 presents Storylines, the Negro Leagues Season 2. If you've been playing the game since launch, or if you're new to it, you would have been able to play as Thunder Twin teammates Buck Leonard and Josh Gibson, along with Tony Stone and Henry Aaron, but we didn't stop there. We have Andy Lefty Cooper, Bill Foster, Herbert Rap Dixon, Larry Dobe, Jose Mendez, and Leon Day. So not only can you unlock these amazing players, you can also learn about their amazing history as we tell you a little bit about what made them so special. Also, by playing through their storylines, you will unlock Negro League uniforms and some stadiums, along with some profile icons and a few bad skins. You never know what you're going to get. Actually, you do know exactly what you're going to get because we show you. Everyone on the MLB The Show development team are very proud of the work we've been able to do in 2 years with this brand new endeavor focusing on the Negro Leagues. Big thank yous to Bob Kendrick and the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, the families of the players, and our amazing partnership with the Creative Arts Group, and the partners in crime, the 3 Musketeers, Sydney and Jared, along with Gavin and everyone else. This has truly been a labor of love. We hope you continue to enjoy and explore and learn more about such an amazing part of American history in an interactive video game. And we're not done yet. We have one more special content drop coming up very, very soon, and you might be able to guess what it's about.
Thank you, Ramon. Negro League's 3 new legends came in earlier this week. Make sure you guys play those storylines. You get Diamond Dynasty cards that are
core cards.
85 overall, I think.
Absolutely.
So those could help a ton as you're starting season 2. So make sure you guys check it out. We have a couple tricks up our sleeves still. Ramon kind of hinted at. So keep an eye out for some new stuff there. But we also have a ton of other stuff to talk about before we get into season 2. Of course, gameplay updates, patches, as you guys know them. They're a lot of work. We've been putting in a ton of work with new stadium creator props. We've done City Connect support, putting in all those City Connect jerseys, and then just your normal bug fixes. But I did just want to talk about quickly, we hear your guys' feedback. The foul ball stuff, we're listening, and we're actually going to be putting in an update next week, late next week, to tune some of that foul ball stuff. So we're excited to get that out to you guys. We're excited to hear your feedback. And we'll just keep it going. I know there's also a UI screen you wanted to talk about.
There is. So big announcement at the top of the hour, too, on top of all these announcements. Team Affinity, as we've been telling you, as you all have been aware, they've been expiring. At least Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 of every season. Chapter 3 is here forever. We have a little bit of news with a huge help from our UI UX team. We're going to have a little bit of more screen organization coming sometime late next week alongside the gameplay updates. But all Team Affinity, including Season 1, Chapter 1, and Chapter 2, are no longer expiring. Every single TA program is here to stay, Carson.
We found a way to keep it all.
Which is
exciting. So anyone that's, just picking up the game, you can go back and do your Team Affinity from Season 1. Sure. Really happy to get that update in. Remember, just keep an eye out. Probably late next week, we'll be able to get that out to you guys. We're all working super hard here, and we really appreciate the feedback. So keep it coming, and we'll keep you guys posted on anything else.
100%. From forum posts to surveys, please keep letting us know. Social media posts as well. We're constantly looking at it, constantly engaging, and trying to make the best game that we possibly can. But on top of all these other updates, Carson, our 3rd roster attributes update is going to go live today. Huge shout out to our roster update team. They put in tireless work to make all of these attribute changes happen. We're going to have 500 plus Major League Baseball updates, downgrades, upgrades, all that fun stuff, and then over 200 minor league updates, Carson.
Yeah, they were deep in the lab this week trying to get all this stuff figured out. We also are going to see 5 new diamonds.
5.
I'm not going to tell you who.
Oh, dang it.
So keep an eye out. Within the hour, you guys will see that. But yeah, good stuff. We're going to keep going with those roster updates every few weeks. And like I said, like Ashley said, we appreciate the feedback, and we're going to keep listening to you guys. With that, Season 2's here.
Season 2.
And no one better to talk about Season 2 than our guy Steve Merca and, of course, Luis Martinez. They have a nice video that they're just going to do the run-through on what you guys can expect.
Thanks, Ashley. Thanks, Carson. I'm Steve Merca. I am the design director for MLB The Show, and joining me today is Luis Martinez, who is our design manager. Say hello to the people, Luis.
Hello, people. Glad to be back. I haven't been on a stream on camera in forever, so this is exciting.
And let's get a little deeper into Season 2 and what it means. Luis, you have the 411 on everything that's Season 2. So what you got for us?
Yeah, so new season means entirely new content and new cards to play with in DD. We want to recreate that feeling of launch night, the excitement, the feeling of progression and making interesting decisions for your squad. So one of the things we're doing is we're resetting the power curve back to what it was at launch. To give you that satisfying feeling of progression, we're going to set all the top rewards across the mode to around 91 overall, which is what they were at launch.
Cool. And then for those of you who are just now joining us, you're late to the game, you're on time. You're right on time. You're here for Season 2. We're all starting. Get in. The water's fine. Enjoy. So what else do we have for Season 2?
Wildcards. They're a big topic. They allow you to play with out-of-season cards, so it creates some interesting decisions for all the cards that you've already earned. You can earn your first wildcard slot pretty early in the XP path.
Nice.
So, start thinking about who's going to take that spot.
So how many total wildcard slots are there for Season 2?
So there's 4 total.
4?
But stay tuned, because we're going to hit on some of those details later on in the stream.
4, that's a lot to work with. I mean, I'm going to have options for sure as I get my way through Season 2, and I'm able to bring more of these cards I've worked hard to get in. So, okay, so I have Season 1, I have core cards, and I'm working on getting my Season 2 cards. So where can I play with these cards? I mean, they're not done, so where do I take these cards and play them?
Yeah, so the whole basis of seasons is that there's squad eligibility that's enforced in different modes across DD, right? Mm-hmm. So there's really only one mode where it's enforced 100% of the time, and that's ranked solo. Ranked solo, you're going to need a Season 2 squad. Now, everything else, it depends. So there's a group of modes where it depends if you're going to need a Season 2 or any cards will be eligible. Conquest events are good examples of that. And then there's another group of modes where you can use any cards all the time. Just refer to the graphic that's on screen and the developer blog for those details.
So Season 1 cards, still have value even outside of the wild card slot, especially in those modes that you just mentioned, and there is shown in the graphic here. And the coolest part, it seems like, is that I can still use my Season 1, my core, and the newly earned Season 2 in those areas to gain progress in Season 2 XP path, which is a win-win if you ask me. That's pretty good. And just a final reminder, speaking of all that, your Season 1 cards, you still have them. Your core cards, you still have them. You're just earning new cards and additional cards in the form of Season 2 cards. So with that, thank you for coming to my Steve Talk. Now, let's move on and talk about some of the things that we've addressed that were based off of your feedback. So we ask you to fill out surveys for us. And those of you who do, we really appreciate that. And please keep continuing to do so. And if you haven't, get involved. Please send us some more feedback. Come to our blogs, our forums. Please leave feedback there. Social media, we're getting feedback there. So a lot of outlets for you to provide the feedback. And thank you. We really do appreciate it. And we like using it to help us make better decisions in the future. And we do leverage all of this. And again, We're working hard to make sure we give you what you want and when we can actually provide that. So, Luis, what did we do with some of the feedback? What are the changes that came from that feedback?
Number one thing is quicker progression. That's what
Perfect.
people wanted. That's what we're giving you. We've increased the XP rewards that are available throughout the mode, be it programs or some of the modes. There's 200k XP, more than 200k XP available at the start of the season. So that's a big chunk to get you started.
Absolutely. I mean, and just let me ask you something. Do you have any of that double XP? You got some double XP for me?
Oh yeah. We're going to be kicking off the season with double XP weekend, so that's super
Nice.
exciting. That'll give you another big boost to your XP reward path progress. Of course, the cap is not just doubled, but it's quadrupled, so that's 4 times the regular amount.
Whoa, give me that meme. Oh!
Yeah, and so why is XP important? It's because it progresses the XP reward path, and that's where some of the best rewards in the game live. You're going to see some of those bosses that are amazing. You've already seen Ken Griffey Jr., Hall of Fame, and you're going to be able to earn them earlier in the XP reward path compared to Season 1.
That's awesome, because here's the thing, right? People were earning 99s, right? These awesome cards inside of other programs like Team Affinity. Which kind of made, even once you got to that point in the XP boss, it just didn't feel like it was worth it at that point. So that's a big win right there. That's definitely something we want to make sure of. So that's a good thing. And with that, again, please keep your feedback coming. The team really appreciates it, and we really like to be engaged with you on a regular basis. So we make the game better when you tell us what it is you need from us. And thank you again. And with that, we're going to toss it back over. So say goodnight to the nice people, Louise.
Good night.
Night.
See you out in Season 2.
Later.
Thank you, Mirka and Luis. A great synopsis of what you guys can expect in Season 2. Again, we love your guys' feedback. But now that we're finally getting into Season 2, we have to go to our correspondent, because the first thing that starts with Season 2 is your Cornerstone cards, right? And I know a lot of you guys have probably seen the Cornerstone cards on socials, but we had to bring in the ringer,
Bring in
Brian,
the expert.
to talk us through the 4 Cornerstones you guys are going to have to choose once Season 2 drops.
Today we're talking about Cornerstone Captains, and those include Rafael Devers, Luis Castillo, Corbin Carroll, and Giancarlo Stanton. So the first captain we're going to talk about today is Rafael Devers, and he's the low fielding captain, so he boosts hitters that have below 75 fielding. And what he boosts on your squad is, if you have 11 hitters, the tier 3 boost is 15 power versus right, 15 power versus left, 5 batting clutch, and 5 plate vision. So with the Rafael Devers captain boost, the most unique thing about it is that there's so many different cards you can use, whether that's live series, team affinity, battle royale exclusives, you name it, and a ton of core cards as well. So this will boost all the hitting attributes that you want, and it's a really interesting boost that I'm really excited to use in Season 2. So the second captain we're going to talk about is Luis Castillo, and it's pretty self-explanatory there. He boosts live series players, both hitters and pitchers, and the attributes are really juicy, so really excited to use that captain as well early on in Season 2. So the third captain we're going to talk about today is Corbin Carroll, and he's the high speed captain. So any hitters above 84 speed fit this boost, and the attributes that he boosts are contact versus left, contact versus right, plate vision, and reaction time in the field. So he boosts both hitting attributes and fielding attributes. So if you like hitting the balls into the gaps, running the bases, stealing bags, this is the perfect captain for you. So the last captain we're going to talk about today is the 2010s captain, which is Giancarlo Stanton. So he boosts any players from the 2010s decade, and the attributes he boosts are power versus right and left, and batting clutch. So a lot of those legends that you love and those flashbacks that you love from the 2010s decades will be perfect for this boost, and there'll be a ton of cards throughout Season 2 that get released that fit this boost for sure. So those are the 4 Cornerstone Captains coming in Season 2, and with this option, like in Season 1, you'll be able to exchange them so that you can test out each of these captains throughout Season 2. And then on Tuesday, be on the lookout for an Architects program that features players that fit all these boosts for all these captains. So be on the lookout for that. If anyone's curious of who I'm picking, I think I got to go with Luis Castillo, just because I love my live series cards with the roster updates every 3 weeks. And the fact that I have Babe Ruth, so I have all the live series cards. The boosts are going to be insane, and the attributes are going to be great on my cards, and my team will be stacked going into Season 2. So we're really excited for you guys to test out these Cornerstone Captains and what they have to offer and use them in your lineups in Season 2. And I got to ask Karsten and Ashley back at the studio, who are you guys picking first in that pack?
Who are you picking, Ashley?
Oh, I mean, I love Brian's choice, Luis Castillo, but I'm personally going to go with Rafi Devers. I just love his swing and the fact that he's going to boost less than 75 fielding. I have a feeling today's content drop is going to help round out that team. How about you?
His swing confirms slaps.
Confirm.
But I'm going to go with another lefty, Corbin Carroll. The speed, I'm going to need the contact. I'm going to need the plate vision, for being honest. But yeah, I think that's it for the clips, folks.
Yeah.
So we appreciate your patience. We're live. And I think it's time we go to the dev kit and talk some about the Head Start rewards.
Let's get right into it. So Season 2, as you all know, it is here. Keep in mind, if you're waiting in the DD lobbies when the button is pushed, if you want to get your Cornerstone, you want to get your Head Start rewards, make sure you back out of Diamond Dynasty first and then reload into Diamond Dynasty. You'll see these slides. You'll see anything that needs to be added to your inventory added, including, of course, our 4 Cornerstones, our 5 starter show packs with Season 2. But Carson, Head Start rewards, we mentioned it in the blog a couple of weeks ago. If you've done any order of the Show Classics program, Season 1 recap program, the Egg Hunt program, Season 1 awards, you collected up to Mookie Betts, and then you got CC Sabathia, 250 cards collected in the Season 1 collect. If you've done any one of those, you'll start earning Head Start rewards. But of course, if you've done all 5 of these tasks, you will earn up to 60,000 XP to jumpstart your XP path journey, in addition to a couple of Ballin' is a Habit packs.
And that 60,000 is going to be a big deal, and you guys are going to see pretty soon as we go through the XP reward path. But yeah, just like Ashley said, make sure you guys back out and then back in to make sure you get your Head Start rewards once we deploy this content, of course.
Of course.
And you guys should be able to get it. It's a great place to just start you guys right with Season 2.
So if we want to go to main camera here and jump us into Diamond Dynasty, you know, we usually save the XP path for around the last of these streams. What if we start off with the XP path?
I think that's a great idea, Ashley.
Let's get right into it. XP path, here is your Season 2 right away. If you just completed any one of those Head Start reward tasks, you'll be up to 10,000 XP, and you'll get a couple great cards to start rounding out your Season 2 lineup from Al Kaline, Jason Giambi, Vita Blue. It's been a little while since we've seen him.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is just a great way. It's super low lift. You guys will get this pack, within an hour or two of playing the game.
Absolutely. And then, of course, as we move on, the hitter, core captain, pitchers return, the pitchers as well, And then, as we were saying with the Head Start rewards, you'll get 60,000 XP if you did all 5 of those tasks. That will bring you to pass your first wild card slot that you will unlock with the XP path. So if you did those Head Start rewards, boom, you're here. If you haven't, have no fear. We'll be covering it all stream today. There is an abundance of XP. Like Stephen Louis said, double XP weekend, quadruple the cap. That's 60,000 XP per day until Monday at noon. And then as we're covering different modes, different programs, a whole bunch more XP to be earned, Carson.
Yeah, you guys are going to see it throughout the stream. It's the easiest I've ever seen in getting XP. Like, just playing all these programs, you're just going to be going right back to this reward path, unlocking stuff, and it's going to be pretty easy, I would say, to get through this.
100%. We expect most, if not everyone, to get up to this wild card at some point today, if not super, super early tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. So fear not, the wild cards are here.
The wild cards are here, and as Luis and Steve said, you can earn up to 4 wild cards in Season 2, and we might have just a couple more in the XP path. I guess we'll find out. But as we continue, even more of those core hitter and pitcher captain cards, once again, reigniting your Season 2 squads, some more packs, some unlockables, and then right here, Carson, at 145,000 XP, we have a little something.
Yeah, this pack kind of tripped me up. I didn't realize it was a pack. You're getting all 3 of the players you're going to see. At first, I thought you had to pick one. And, I mean, let's just show the people what they're going to get.
Show the people. Who do we got here, Carson?
Looks like we got Chipper Jones, of course, Ken Griffey Jr., and then Roy Halladay. This could be a trend you guys see in the reward path. We're super excited to show you as we go through. But just some really cool cards to start you guys off. Again, really not that far into the reward path, so you guys should be able to get this stuff pretty quickly.
Absolutely. Should we go over some of the attributes?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Who do you want first?
Let's do Chipper.
Ooh, okay. So
Fan
Chipper
favorite.
Jones, 91 overall, 115 contact versus right, 93 power versus right. I think it's fair to say he's going to do pretty awesome against right-handed pitchers, Carson.
Yeah, this is a good Chipper card. It's cool to see. I feel like his splits are normally favored against lefties.
Right.
So this card favoring against righties will be kind of plug and play, hopefully, for people once they get him.
Right. Cool little evolution we're beginning. But then Reds, Ken Griffey Jr.?
Yeah, I mean, great swing. Obviously, the defense is a little down because of his age. It was later in his career.
100%.
But still a great hitter, and you can still put him out there in the corners, and he'll be able to hold his own.
He'll get the job done. And then last but not least, Phillies Roy Halladay, 103 walks per nine, 106 stamina. He's going to be able to have some pretty solid pinpoint control in the strike zone. He's going to last you, 6-7 plus innings in ranked, and a cutter, sinker, curveball splitter. Pretty good speed differentiation, especially early on in season 2.
Yeah, it's a unique pitch mix. It'll be fun to pitch with him.
100%. All right, so you'll get all 3 of these guys at 145,000 XP when you unlock and earn this pack. And as we're going to be kind of spitballing throughout today's stream, 145,000 XP, it might seem a little daunting, a little long to get there. However, with double XP, all the XP throughout programs, I imagine a lot of people will get to these cards this weekend, Carson.
Right, yeah, that's the goal. We want you guys to be able to have fun playing. We want you guys to feel like you're making a lot of progress in this XP reward path, so expect to see some changes compared to Season 1.
100%. And as we continue, more stubs, more packs all throughout, but then a 270,000 XP, one of my favorite cards, regardless of what team, what overall, Lee Smith, but Red Sox Lee Smith.
Yeah, very cool. We were talking about this card a couple days ago. I don't think I've ever seen him on the Red Sox in the game.
Right.
And he's going to throw it hard, kind of what you expect with Lee Smith, and then that Caper 9 is, awesome.
Oh yeah. He's going to get the job done. But looking ahead, a little bit of the Rally Goose returns.
Yeah, this will be my icon once I get there. I have the coach one right now, and I think I'm ready for a change.
There you go. More unlockables. Once again, even more packs, even more stubs. And then at 420,000 XP, we see a similar pack that we saw earlier, but with a 95 diamond on it, Carson.
Let's take a look. Let's show the people.
Take a look. Ooh.
Wow.
Chipper Jones, Ken Griffey Jr., and Blue Jays Roy Halladay are going to show up in this one.
Yeah, seeing the Ken Griffey Jr., that card art from 22.
Yeah,
Takashi card art. Really cool to see that card's back. And then, of course, Chipper and Halladay were kind of keeping with this theme of, these 3 legends all kind of, coming with you through the reward path.
100%. If we want to look quickly into Griffey Jr.'s attributes right here, virtually every attribute has been improved compared to his 91 overall. So as we kind of approach the curve, get a little bit higher, you've played with that 91 overall Ken Griffey Jr., you'll unlock the 95 Ken Griffey Jr., and it'll feel like a really nice upgrade to your lineup.
Exactly, and you'll see that with the other 2 cards too. You're essentially leveling up as you progress through this reward path. Something that I think is really cool, and excited to see what you guys think about it too.
Yeah. And as you mentioned earlier, with Chipper Jones, his 91 overall favors the right-hand pitchers. His 95 is going to be favoring those more left-handed pitchers that we all know and love from Chipper Jones.
Lefty killer.
Some
might say.
Watch out for your sassy lefties.
Yeah, my sassy lefties are in trouble against Chipper.
100%. And then, of course, Cy Young Award winner Roy Halladay.
Yeah. We added the fastball to this card, so you're going to see the same pitch mix, just with one more pitch there, and then the stamina's through the roof. The walks per 9, he's going to be dotting for you guys, and just another cool card, a nice upgrade from that 91.
Yeah, the max break 99 right there. Throw in the sinker, throw in the cutter, the 4-seamer, then bam, drop that splitter, drop that curveball. I think I'm going to be swinging out a lot of air when this card starts making its way into inventories.
Well, I'm usually swinging out a lot of air, so you'll be feeling like me out there.
All right. And then that will be at 420,000 XP, and then more packs, Millionaire Pack. There might be some fun little updates that you all will see with the Millionaire Pack as you boot up the game. But we'll let you all look into that.
Yeah, for sure.
But then at 495,000, we have a chase pack here, Carson.
Yeah, a new chase pack. Pack 7. This will be with everything else coming out today. I think we should probably show them who they can expect, right?
I think we should. Chase Pack 7 has not one, but 2 featured bosses. Incognito, you saw it earlier today with Big Mac returning on socials. Incognito is back. We have a triple Trey Turner, Carson. Let me know about this card.
Yeah.
Nationals.
Nostalgic for me. I loved when Trey was playing for the Nats. Great card. I think, he'll be fun to play with. The speed's there. He's going to kill lefties, and his swing just always kind of punches above the attributes. Yeah.
100%. But then, of course, a community favorite here right now, rookie Johan Duran, and he throws absolute gas, Carson.
He does, yeah. We should probably show him the quirks just so they're mentally prepared for noon. Double outlier. You're going to see it on not only the fastball, but the splitter. So
nasty.
Good luck to anyone trying to face him.
Again, I'm just going to be swinging on a lot of air. I'm imagining. But Yohan Duran, Trey Turner will be your 2 Chase Pack 7 bosses. But look out in the upcoming weeks. You might see a few more cards trickling in.
Yeah, a little bit of a change there. You can expect 2 headliners for now, and we'll just, keep seeing what happens there.
Keep the good vibes rolling. More packs, more unlockables, but at 570k XP, your second wild card, Carson.
Another wild card for you guys. This one will take a little bit more of a grind,
of course,
but we kind of want to just match it up with how we feel the game is balanced at that point when you guys are unlocking this stuff. But, I mean, you will get another one and then maybe a third. I don't want to spoil anything. But, yeah, one right here. So you'll get that one at level 10, and then at 50, you can pull in one of your Season 1 guys to join the Season 2 folks.
For sure. As Luis and Steve were saying earlier on today's stream, we want Season 2 to feel fresh. It wouldn't be as fun if you're just going out there facing, half a 99 squad right out of the gate. So we've kind of lined up these wild cards as the curve progresses, so hopefully a better balance, a more unique experience to start Season 2.
Yeah, we want it to feel good for everyone.
100%.
And we're listening to all that feedback, so just keep giving it to us. But I think we're excited for what we have right here.
For sure. So as we mosey on along, we have one of my favorites from a couple of years ago, 670k. You're going to get 97 overall tops now, Yasmani Grandal, a.k.a. an absolute speed demon on the base paths. I think I have 100% success rate stealing bases with
I was going to say, you definitely infiltrated the XP reward path to put this card in.
I
right?
had to.
Yeah,
I had
to. 97 overall, Yasmani Grandal, just for playing the game in the XP reward path. Great defense, like Ashley said, an absolute speed demon. Another card that kind of punches above its attributes.
100%. I mean, we know Corbin Carroll is like the speed demon, Cornerstone Captain. You have to have greater than 84 speed, but
honorable mention here.
Exactly. And then, of course, as we mosey down along the XP path, our third wildcard slot comes up at 770,000 XP, so you'll have a chance to earn 3 wildcards just throughout the Season 2 XP path. But as everyone knows, you can earn up to 4 wildcards. Stay tuned. You'll have a way to unlock that 4th wildcard a little bit later in Season 2.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people are probably thinking about 770,000 XP is a lot.
Right.
We're trying, like I said, to get you guys through this reward path much easier than Season 1. We hear your guys' feedback, and we're excited to see you guys all progress and get all this stuff just for playing the game.
Right. And speaking of quicker progression, at 900,000 XP, what used to be over 1 million XP in Season 1, you will earn your very first boss pack along the path, and if pattern holds true, Carson.
Yeah, I wonder what we can expect here.
Hall of Fame Series, Chipper Jones, Ken Griffey Jr., and Roy Halladay. Who do we look at first?
Gosh, it's a good question. I think let's start with Chipper.
Let's do it. Switch hitting, third baseman, max contact, both sides, and he's going to hold his own on the base paths, in the field, and he's just going to give you a solid at-bat after solid at-bat after solid at-bat.
For sure. The first of its kind, a Hall of Fame version of Chipper Jones. It just feels right. You're going to get solid fielding, really good speed for a third baseman, I feel like, and then just the hitting speaks for itself. It's going to be a great card. Probably most people's first choice.
I would imagine so.
But let's take a look at the other two.
Oh, yeah. I think if you're not choosing Chipper Jones first, I think Ken Griffey Jr. might sway a few people over to him. Hall of Fame Series, Ken Griffey Jr. What can't he do, Carson?
I mean, he's the kid, right? Like, look at him just staring down a home run in this card art. Such a great card. 96 fielding. The speed's there. I mean, it's going to be Chipper and Ken. Unless you really want that pitcher who's going to hold his own too. But what a great card.
I know some big Blue Jays and Phillies fans super pumped for this 99 Roy Halladay, which, if we kind of want to look along like the evolution path of these overalls throughout the XP path, this Roy Halladay, his K per 9s and hit per 9s increased by over 30 points if you want to compare to his 91 overall card.
It's unreal. Yeah, you can see the leveling up, as I said, like throughout the reward path. I mean, this card is going to dot for you. It's going to go deep into the games.
Oh, yeah.
Great pitch mix, cutter sinker to start, and then having the curveball there too. It's going to be tough to hit this guy. They want to see quirks. We'll take a look at him. Yeah, so he has break outlier. So he's going to be able to, have that zip throughout the whole game. That curveball is going to drop out of the sky, and then the splitter is going to be really tough to hit too.
Yeah. I don't know. Third base, center field, starting pitcher. The squad's going to look pretty awesome at the end of Season 2, but we cannot emphasize this enough. This is a journey, this Season 2 XP path that's supposed to last you throughout Season 2. Of course, we want you to get there incredibly faster than you did in Season 1. So by the time you get your second boss at just over a million XP, the third and final boss just over 1.1 million XP, that we will see all of the wheel spins throughout your time near the end of Season 2.
Yeah, don't forget, once you guys get through this whole XP reward path, which we expect you guys to do much quicker than Season 1, you'll have the endless loop, and you'll just be able to keep spinning that wheel, maybe get a chase pack, maybe get that fresh start choice pack. I know some people already saw on socials. A ton of good stuff that you guys can keep, progressing towards.
I mean, you said one of my favorite phrases, spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel.
Should we do it?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go full screen, back to us on camera. Boot up the wheel.
I feel good about
Who
it.
are you picking first out of your boss pack? We know what some people are probably going to pick, but who are you going to pick?
I've always loved the Griffey Waggle, so I would probably pick Griffey, but I'm also a sucker for switch hitters. It's probably one of those guys, and then you get Halladay at the end, just to round
nice.
up
Like a cherry on top.
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
A thing.
Round out the rotation.
Absolutely. Well, the wheel is ready, as Carson stated. We got the chase pack, we have the 50-pack bundle, we have the new fresh start choice pack with names like Dodgers, Teoscar Hernandez, Giants, Blake Snell, Yankees, Alex Verdugo. I do want to give a call out real quick before we spin this. I know many of you have grown accustomed to seeing the Vault pack in both the wheel and various other places throughout Diamond Dynasty, because Season 2 has almost literally just started.
Yeah.
There just aren't any cards to put in that pack. But have no fear, as we make our way through Season 2, have some cards to put into that pack. It will resurface in the areas that you expect it to be.
Confirmed Vault Pack will return.
Confirmed.
We just need cards to put in it.
Exactly. But
so give us some time there, but you guys will see it in a couple weeks for
absolutely.
sure.
And now it's time to spin that wheel.
That some argue is not a wheel, but
That's valid. It's valid. When should I stop it?
Let's do it right now.
Got it.
I feel good about this one.
Give me that 50 bundle.
Oh,
okay. We'll take 5 show packs.
We'll take 5 show packs. We'll never scoff at 5 show packs.
Not at all. So that is your Season 2 XP reward path. And I'm pretty excited to kind of getting those evolution of our 3 Hall of Famers, in addition to that Lee Smith, Yasmani Grandal. Pretty excited.
Yeah, a ton of stuff to earn. Excited to see what people think of, progressing those 91s all the way up to their Hall of Fame
100%.
cards. And again, all you have to do is play the game, and you're going to unlock all that stuff, which is pretty cool.
But as we know, XP, it's a season-long grind with as quick chunks as we possibly can get into. So let's get into it. Team Affinity Season 2 Chapter 1 is here.
Yes, it is.
Right off the rip. Quick call out, in Season 1, Chapter 1 Team Affinity programs, you all saw a grand total of 24,000 earnable XP in these programs. In just Season 2, Chapter 1 programs alone, if you complete all 6 of them, you will earn 66,000 XP. That's just one example of the increase.
Yeah, so just ripping through Team Affinity, you're going to be getting so much XP to that reward path. And we, like I said, we want you guys getting through this. We want you guys having fun. We want you guys feel like you're earning stuff with the grind you guys are putting in.
100%. And then quick call out in case you missed it at the top of the hour. Team Affinity is no longer expiring. That includes all of the Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 programs in Season 1, including this one right here in Season 2. They are here to stay. So let's dive right into the NLE Season 2 Chapter 1. Unlockables this time around is some bat skins.
Yep.
And they're looking pretty fun with the mascots.
Yeah, I love them. Really cool to see that kind of personalization for each franchise.
Yeah, very, very fun. But we also know Team Affinity will be some of the first cards everybody is going to start to earn in Season 2. So it's 60,000 TA points, Carson. I think we should just get right into our NL East pack.
Let's do it. Yeah. I'm going to call it the NL Beast, just being a Nats fan. And there's some solid cards cards here to start you guys off in Season 2. I think Eddie Rosario is probably one we should show them. You had something with the clutch, right?
Yeah, Eddie Rosario at 108 clutch. He has, I want to say, the third highest clutch out of the team affinities. So you want to grab him, put him on your squad, because he's going to drive in some runs.
Yeah, for sure. And these cards should be pretty easy to get through. A great way to start Season 2. Remember that, kind of the thresholds are all back down, so this card will play for you guys.
Right. Eddie Rosario, just a fun name as well. His cards have usually raked no matter what.
Yeah, for sure.
But then a big help, especially in bullpens as people are kind of constructing their bullpens, is left-hander, sassy lefty, Tanner Scott.
Yeah, super solid card. I love the pitch mix. Whenever you have a slider primary, you can probably find a way into my bullpen. So another great option here for Team Affinity.
Absolutely. And then moving on down, Francisco Alvarez will be possibly people's first pick at catcher this season.
Yeah, you're going to need a catcher to start the season, right? Especially if you don't have, one of those live series diamonds. So maybe, you go out and get Francisco, plug him in the lineup.
There we go. Alvarez. And then Phillies, J.P. Crawford.
I don't think we've seen this card in a long time,
Oh,
right?
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, J.P. Crawford for the Phillies, great fielding, and then, solid splits against the righties, keeping in mind that, the power creeps back down.
100%. And then last but certainly not least, take it away, Carson.
I know, this is my guy, Victor Robles. We miss you so much, Victor, but I hope you do great in Seattle. This card was in the show, I think it was 2018.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I mean, at that point, he was just a prospect and one of the first few future stars we had in the show. So kind of cool to see him back in 24.
I'm catching a little foresight on your end, too. I believe you picked Corbin Carroll as your cornerstone. Victor Robles fits well into that captain boost.
Yeah, we're going to be going for speed this year.
Ooh, a little speed.
This season, I should say.
Okay. So that is it. Your first boss pack at 60,000 TA. You'll be able to earn all 5 bosses and all Team Affinity programs as you make progress in Team Affinity. But Carson, how are we going to be making progress in Team Affinity this season?
Yeah, there's a lot of options. You're going to see that, we always have the vouchers. We're going to have your moments. I think the moments are up from season 1, so you actually have 5 moments you can progress through there. And then, of course, multiplayer, single-player missions, PXP stuff. And then, of course, the Extreme Showdown. I know that doing that, it'll be a little easier, right?
Yes.
Confirmed?
So, yeah, it was definitely a little bit harder in Chapter 3, but we do know our fans have enjoyed the Extreme Showdown. So the Extreme Showdown returns, finish it, and you'll earn 20,000 TA points in all 6 of the TA programs simultaneously. But if Extreme is in your style, have no fear. The normal, repeatable Showdown for vouchers is also going to exist for Team Affinity Season 2, Chapter 1 content.
For sure. I would say give Extreme Showdown a chance, though, because that's a lot of TA points are out there free. To get it in all 6 divisions is really nice.
Right. And then moving on, conquest maps. So the last couple of chapters have been repeatable conquest maps. We've also received feedback that people like those chunk conquest maps as well. So in honor of keeping Team Affinity a little bit of fresh, a little bit different here and there, conquest does return as those one-time chunks in Team Affinity programs. You'll have 3 maps, East, West, and Central. You do any of them, say the East map, of course, you'll get 20,000 TA points in NL East and AL East Team Affinity programs, and that stays true with the other divisions.
Yeah, definitely. And then, of course, multiplayer missions. You guys should be keeping an eye out for the ranked co-op mission stat tracking. That should help you guys progress with your friends, which is pretty cool.
You just said something that was pretty big.
I know. That's
pretty
why I
big,
said it.
Yeah. We introduced ranked co-op stat tracking in the Ranked 3 program at the end of Season 1. And to everybody's credit, to everybody's enjoyment, ranked co-op stat tracking missions are going to be introduced in Team Affinity for the first time all year, meaning if you enjoy getting together with your squad, playing ranked co-op, you will be able to complete all Team Affinity programs as quickly as if you were to play just solo ranked, BR, mini seasons, the list goes on. So I'm pumped. My ranked co-op squad, y'all know who you are. Get ready because we're completing Team Affinity this weekend.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier this week. Like, such a great way to progress through all of the stuff. Being able to do it with friends, like when Ashley's striking out people, I'm going to be able to get those attributes or those mission progress. So it's awesome.
Yeah, very, very big. And then, of course, single-player missions, just to call out, mini-seasons, conquest, play versus CPU. Once again, always gauging feedback. We have lowered those numbers just a smidge to make it more balanced and equal throughout the different modes so that everyone feels that they are being fairly rewarded for all the work that they put into those different modes, especially, mini-seasons. Sometimes you're facing in the classic mini seasons, those rank squads are intense versus, of course, your bronzes and silvers and play versus CPU, which I enjoy just putting up 40 against the CPU. It is very fun. Highly recommend. So just making sure people can play where they want to play and hopefully enjoy it.
Yeah, for sure. And we're trying to listen to you guys' feedback here, and we'll continue to listen to your guys' feedback. But we feel pretty good about, the XP you guys will be getting and then just the progress in the team affinity points too.
Yeah. And then one last call out. Season 2 will actually break the every about 4 weeks of Team Affinity. As we saw in Season 1, Team Affinity programs are released every 4 weeks. I promise, though, there is a reason for that because in 5-ish weeks, Carson, there's a pretty big event going to go on.
There's a pretty big event. I think the whole MLB is involved for the most part.
I think you're right.
And I think it might be in Texas.
Ooh. Arlington, maybe?
Maybe Arlington.
Might be a little too specific.
So we'll be moving that cadence you guys have come to expect for Chapter 2. But it'll be worth it. Trust us.
Absolutely. And we are just about 20 minutes away from pushing the button. More content to go over. So let's get right into it. New ranked program and ranked rating path for Season 2. You're ranked for a couple of quick updates to call out for everybody. We updated some of these ranked rating packs to hopefully make them feel a little bit more valuable as users are getting to them. So in the pennant race, we added a headliners pack to this pack, which isn't anything special per se, but it's a little bit better than before. A big one being at the 700 Division Series. As we mentioned a little bit earlier, because we don't have the Vault Pack just yet, we'll have a Headliner's Choice Pack at the 700 rating, and then, of course, Carson, at 800 rating, that used to just be a random Headliners Pack is now a Chase Pack.
Yeah, so we're kind of bumping everything up for each division as you guys work your way through ranked. We feel really good about this change. We hope you guys do too. And it'll be pretty cool. Like you said, once the Vault Pack's in there, you guys should see that again. But I think everyone has heard enough about the other divisions. They want to hear about the World Series rewards.
World Series rewards. You saw the first one on socials earlier today. Big Mac Mark McGwire Incognito returns. Carson, is any baseball safe when it goes to Mark McGwire?
It really isn't. And, I love the Big Mac Incognito series is back. Him on the A's, which is pretty cool. You always think of him kind of on the Cardinals, but he was amazing on the Athletics. Shout out Seabrev. This is a proper 3-4 hole hitter for you.
100%. And then, of course, Mariano Mo Rivera, his breakout series card. It is here, Carson. And a little special tidbit about this Mariano. As you can see, he does not have a cutter for his primary pitch because at the time, Mariano threw a cutter-like pitch that his teammates himself had noticed. So in honor of that cutter-like movement, we did add the cutter as the fourth pitch in his arsenal, but not quite the primary pitch just yet.
Gotcha, because at that time he was throwing the fastball still.
Right.
And yeah, very cool to see just kind of his progression. He was only 26. I'm sure the cutter was quickly to follow, but kind of cool just seeing before he became that closer everyone expects.
100%. 120 clutch. He's going to get the job done at the back end of your bullpens. Mariano Rivera, Big Mac R, your World Series reward at 900 rating. I know a lot of y'all who are great at the game are going to get them probably tonight, if not this weekend. Of course, if you're somebody like me, it's going to take you a little bit longer to kind of get into it. So with the ranked program, another call out real quick. Ranked 1 program had 35,000 total XP. Ranked 4 program is going to have 66,000 XP between the drop 1 and drop 2 of content. But of course, speaking of drop 1 content, at 75 points, Carson, is it a holiday?
Yeah, it's a holiday.
It's a holiday.
It's not the top prospect holiday, but it's the father, Matt Holiday. A great card, and it's going to be earnable for everyone just in drop 1. I'm excited for this. He'll definitely be playing left field for me. Really solid.
Really solid. So Matt Holliday will be at 75 program points, and you'll have a chance to play through inning and stat missions to earn him, but then have no fear, more missions to be added in just 2 weeks. But one quick call out, we have lessened the inning missions that you would have to complete to make progress in this program, and instead we added more short-term, mid-term, and even some long-term stat missions, trying to give somebody a fresher look, a fresher pace. I mean, 150 innings, 200 hits. One's going to be a little bit faster than the other.
Yeah, for sure. And this goes back to what we've been saying. We're already talking about the XP you're going to reward so much higher than what you expected in Season 1. And then same thing goes for these missions. We want you progressing through this ranked reward path. We want you guys having fun. So we're really excited for some of these changes.
100%. And now back to the main camera here real quick as well. Speaking of season, if you will, with ranked, a quick shout out for mini seasons, actually, your classic mini seasons. As promised from our launch stream, those missions have been updated. And of course, mini seasons will see that increase in XP. It was about 40,000 XP at the start. You can rerun a whole new classic mini season and earn 60,000 XP. And you'll notice that in future mini seasons to come.
Yeah, so all my mini seasons players, rejoice. You're going to be getting tons of XP.
But of course, we are 15-ish minutes from pushing the button. Still some content to go over. So we put together a little bit of a squad screen to kind of show it out for all of you. And honestly, Carson, I don't really know where to start.
Yeah, let's start with how does Battle Royale sound?
Ooh, I like the sound of that. So Battle Royale, we want to go over to this third baseman right here, Vinny Castilla. 110 contact left, 101 power versus left. He's going to get the job done at third base if you go flawless in BR, or of course, make it to 100 BR program points.
Yeah, so he'll be one of two options for the flawless pack. Vinny Castilla holding it down at third. Another solid card as Season 2 kind of flips over.
100%. And then on the BR topic, if we go back to our starting rotation right here, seeing a few little different things, but
Yeah.
Takashi Okazaki, Mike Musina will be your second BR reward. And I'm pretty excited for him. And, I know the people want to see their quirks. He does have breakout liar.
Yeah, and he deserves it, right? Like, he has so much movement on his pitches. The Moo Moo Man, as I've been calling him in the studio. He's going to be, dicing you guys up, honestly.
Oh, without a doubt. So those are your flawless rewards for Battle Royale, which, of course, will also see an increase in XP. You'll be at just around 52,500 XP and BR. And then a couple quick call-outs for Battle Royale. Because the curve overall is resetting, you will see your silver, your golds, your low diamond exclusive players in those rounds. And I think Silver Chris Sale is one of those cards.
Yeah, an old friend, Silver Chris Sale on the White Sox. So keep an eye out for that card. I always love that card.
Right?
It's cool seeing it back in the
good.
game.
And then last BR update real quick. You are used to getting an 87 plus live series cards at 10 wins, whether that's your 10-0 or your 10-1. We wanted to make that feel a little bit better, a little bit juicier. 10 wins is hard, especially as live series is going down just a little bit in value. We'll probably pick up a little bit with Season 2 starting.
Sure. Yeah.
But in addition to possibly earning an 87 plus overall live series card, any 87 plus cards that aren't in modes, like your ranked rewards won't be in there, your other BR rewards won't be in there. That's the vault pack. But your promo pack cards, for example, the base rounds, the mid rounds, the rare rounds, you saw that fresh start pack. Those cards will be eligible throughout Season 2 as a part of that 10-win 87 plus diamond overall now.
Yeah, so as those promo packs kind of come out, look for them to be thrown into that bucket, and they could be pulled from that BR pack, which is pretty cool.
Absolutely. Live series aren't going away, though, if that's your jam, but those cards will also be added.
Yeah.
So that is
mixing
Battle
things
Royale.
up.
Yeah, a little bit of a mixing up, for sure. Back to our squad screen real quick. You saw a little bit earlier today on socials with Mr. TJ Antone as your 10-win reward for events. I'm looking for bullpen help for Season 2, and he's going to have a nice part in the bullpen as I make my way through Season 2. Get some other cards to add in as well.
Yeah, only 10 wins in the event, so relatively low lift there, 3-inning games. You could, pick him up on the way to, grinding out some other stuff and just throw him in the bullpen to start Season 2.
For sure. But, we're also playing to get to 20 wins.
Of course.
A little bit of bias here.
I know, another White Sox.
I know. Luis Robert Jr. will be your 20-win reward for events. He's going to crush left-handed pitching and anything in the outfield. Odds are Luis is going to be able to track it down.
Yeah, another Incognito Series card, making its way into Season 2. 20 wins, I believe.
20 wins.
So go in there, play the new event, and, get a Luis Robert. Pretty easy.
For sure. So Battle Royale, events, we've covered it. But there's one guy peeking out in right field over here. Shout out Rory. Nick Castellanos will be your Season 2 Awards Drop 1 Program Player. And what's not to love about Nicky C, Carson?
Yeah, our guy Rory was tracking Castellanos' hits, and he was ready to jump the gun and get him in this game. Excited to see him be the monthly awards for this week. These programs have been so much fun to play for me personally. So it'll be a cool card to earn, today probably.
Yeah, what I love about season awards are they're very quick hitting. Most people get them done in about an hour or so. So a nice, solid right fielder to kick off season 2.
Yeah, it'll be a bad day to be a sassy lefty facing Castellanos today.
You're not wrong. And then, of course, as you see throughout the squads as we've been going back and forth between the batters and the pitchers, different team affinity rewards. We won't have time to go through all of them today on stream, but they will be all available for you in about 10 minutes as we push the button. But I would be remiss, Carson, if I didn't go through at least starting pitcher, future star Josh Hader.
Yeah, and we were talking about this. I was shocked to see this card in the game, but he did pitch as a starter in the minors. So this kind of works out for the Future Stars card. We've never seen a starting version of Josh Hader. Very cool to, plug him in the rotation and see how he does.
It's exciting. And we are about 5-10 minutes from pushing. The button is pushed. It is all out. So, of course, one last thing that we want to go through for all of you. We've gone over some short-term season awards content, some mid-term content in Team Affinity, the long-term Season 2 XP path, but there's one more that kind of covers short-term, mid-term, and long-term all in the get-go, Carson.
Yeah, that's the goal, right? And we're talking about collections. We're going to have some brand new collections we're really excited to show. Let me switch over to the game real quick. And at 15 collect for Season 2, you're going to get your headliner 22-pack, pretty standard. But then at 30... 91 Aroldis Chapman from the Cubs.
The
World Series champion Cubs.
Yup.
Wow, yeah, this is a card. I mean, he's going to have the outlier. He's going to throw hard. And just another cool card. All you need is 30 cards to get this.
That's your Team Affinity, Carson.
You could probably knock that out by tonight or tomorrow and just plug him into that rotation or that bullpen.
Shout out Brian, 125 Brian, clutch.
Great card. Yeah,
but then...
Yeah, 60. What do we got, Ashley?
At 60. Before we get to 60, just a little bit of bonus, 10,000 XP, 10 the show packs at 45. But then at 60, second baseman, left-handed hitting, Joe Morgan, Carson.
Yeah, this is a card that, for some reason, whenever I pitch against him, he just, hits. And it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
So
he just finds a way to get on
base.
base.
Out in DD is going to scare me a little bit. But another great card, and all you have to do is collect 60 Season 2 cards. So pretty cool.
Of course. But we know... it is a journey to get and collect all of these cards. I know you're probably like, Ashley, Carson, why are there only so many tiers here? We will be updating the tiers as we did last season. Yep. We will continue that into this season to make sure we're continually kind of putting the numbers that we know most people have to get to these next cards. So one big change, the first boss in Season 1 was earnable at 280 Season 1 cards collected. The first of the Season 2 boss is now going to be at 230 cards collected. That is not to say there's going to be 50 less cards in content.
Right.
That is just to say we want it to be easier and quicker for you all to get this pack.
We want you guys to have fun. There'll still be a ton of cards coming out, but just 50 less to get to one of these 99 overall collection bosses. We should show them what they are.
I think we should show them. Just saw a little Easter egg on the desk of the Derek Jeter, Bob Gibson, and Frank Thomas Hall of Fame plaque.
Yeah. Do you want to go with Frank first?
I got to go with the big hurt. Frank Thomas, max power and contact versus left. And oh my goodness, the right-handed hitting is not too far behind. He is your designated hitter, if not your first base primary. And all I'm saying is if the Moonshot event returns, especially at the end of Season 2, which, hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, good luck against this Frank Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, and, 230, like we said, 50 less than Season 1. You could have your choice of Frank Thomas, but I know there's some other people that might want another player.
Oh, yeah.
Another 2 players. Let's show Bob.
Let's show Bobo.
Bob Gibson. If everyone remembers his card last year, it would always dice me
charisma
up.
card?
Yeah, the charisma card. This is going to be better than that card. He throws hard. He's got absolute junk with the off speed. And yeah, there's outlier for you.
Oh, yeah. Outlier, break outlier, the speed differential between that fastball, the curveball. Bob Gibson is going to do it all for y'all in your starting pitcher lineup. I mean, Gibson and Halladay, like,
It's pretty good.
that's a solid 1-2 punch.
Pretty good.
But there's another huge name left on this list, Derek Jeter, Carson.
Yeah, this card got people excited internally when they saw it.
Oh, yeah.
They were like, oh, this is a proper shortstop right here. And, Derek Jeter, what else can you say about him? Hall of Fame card. 5 tools, truly. I know how you feel about bunting, Ashley. So watch
yes.
out. But this card, max contact versus right and left. Good luck.
Good luck indeed. So there you have it. Derek Jeter, Bob Gibson, and Frank Thomas are your Season 2 collection bosses. Once again, more tiers will be added as we progress throughout the season. And, of course, more tiers with a few extra goodies added as well. So we've covered a lot today, Carson.
Yes,
from
we have.
Season 2 XP Path, new Team Affinity, all online modes refreshing. Let's back out of here real quick and check out our calendar for upcoming events for Season 2.
Yeah, you'll see right here, Season 2 drops today, double XP weekend with a 4 times XP cap, I think, as Luis mentioned. Team Affinity, you're going to want to play it, get in there, earn all those cards. It'll help with those collections we just showed. And then, of course, season awards were here, roster update. We have so much good stuff coming, and we have more next week.
We have even more next week. On Tuesday, you'll see not 1, but 2 other programs. There'll be an Architects program that Brian hinted at the top hour of this stream. More cards to round out your Cornerstone Captains. And then keep in mind, as Brian said, you are going to be able to exchange your Cornerstone Captains so you can mix and match different teams, different theme teams. We want to see your creativity. And then there's a big event going on across the pond, Carson, with the London series. You will also see a program for that on Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll be supporting our friends across the pond.
Oh, yeah.
So excited for that, definitely. Don't forget Head Start rewards. If you guys want them, you got to make sure you back out.
Back out.
Back in. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
You guys get
You
me.
got it.
We're really excited for all the content we're dropping. We love all your guys' feedback. Don't forget to sign up for the scouting report. Don't forget to download the companion app. Ton of good stuff there. Follow us on socials. And just a huge thank you to everyone. Really excited for Season 2. We can't wait to hear what you guys think. Anything else, Ashley?
Yes. So you saw drops today for this stream.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Similarly to what we did at the end of Season 1 for when Chapter 3 came out, if you all find any Season 2 posts, whether it's on Twitter, Instagram, what have you, whatever's your jam, and you let us know who your favorite Team Affinity card is that you're going to be trying to get to tonight, this weekend, let us know, and we will then have drops for all weekend long.
Yeah, we have the drops for all
Have the
guy
drops.
in our back pocket, and he's willing to do it for you guys.
He is.
So just tell us who your favorite Team Affinity player is. We're curious.
And I heard that you can earn 2 packs in the first hour and then 1 pack every hour up to 6 each day this weekend.
So 6 total per day. Get in there, watch your favorite streamers, and, play some of the content too. Super excited. Shout out to the live team. Shout out to everyone here at SDS. Shout out to you guys, the fans. We love your guys' feedback. We're super excited for Season 2. We hope you guys are too. And until next time.
Until next time, the button has been pushed. Enjoy Season 2!